guys, welcome back to my search for freedom. It's been a while since I posted a video on my channel, so I was very busy for the past couple of weeks, even for the past month, because I think it was about 6 weeks or more than that since I posted a video on the channel. So I'm happy today to shoot this video and to bring you this update, because I was not here. I was in Nairobi for that time, but now I am back to Kigali, and then I'm happy to be back and then to be able to show you some more of Rwanda. So right now we are going to Bugesera. It's raining still. When I was planning to leave, the rain started, and then I waited until the rain calmed down to be able to take the road. And now we are on our way to Bugesera. We're going to pass through Yamata, and I'm going to show you something that I've never shown you before since our stay in Rwanda. So stay tuned. I will show you more when I get to Bugesera. Alright guys, after more than 1 hour, we passed Nyamata, but we are now on the way to Gashora. So when we left Kigali, it was raining. Look at that. Here there is sunshine. It's not raining. That's so beautiful. This is something very beautiful with Rwanda. You can leave a place, a neighborhood where it's raining, and then you go to the next neighborhood, it's not raining. So now I am going to show, this is a new road actually. It leads you to Gashora. For those who know this area, we are in Bugesera, and I am going to show you something. Stay tuned, and then probably you will like what I will show you. Okay guys, now you see that I left the tarmac road. I'm just going on a dusty road right now. Not very good, but still okay. I am going to show you something, and then when we get there, we'll let you know what it is. And you tell me, I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and then you tell me, you give me some suggestions. You can give me some suggestions. It's very nice. I like this kind of places because I like nature. So I am a guy who wanted to become an agronomist when I was growing up, but unfortunately, I never became an agronomist. But I still love nature. I love farming, you know. So I'll tell you a story soon, what happened to me when I was growing up, when I was a child, with my parents, what happened one day. I'll let you know. Okay, guys, as I said, it wasn't that a surprise. I didn't promise a surprise. I said that I was going to show you something. So here I am here in this area in Bugesera, near Gashora. I bought a land. That land, I bought it since 2021. Since 2021. A friend of mine, I told him that I would like to have a land. This is one of my wishes. So when I was working in the Congo, in DRC Congo, I always came to Kigali for weekends, and I always came to Kigali to spend my weekends. Sometimes I came here in Rwanda to purchase stuff. So I always like Rwanda, the land of thousand hills. So at one point, I wanted to buy a land that was very, very big. It was 5 hectares of land. But unfortunately, I didn't agree with my wife what we're gonna do with it, so we didn't buy that land. It was in 2011. So when my friend called me in 2021 during the pandemic, he told me that there is a piece of land they are selling, and he said, do you want to buy it? I said, why not? And I sent him the money to buy the land for me. I sent him all my information, the photocopy of my passport, the money, and everything else that he wanted, he needed to proceed with the transaction. So we bought the land, and I waited 2 years before I could come and visit. So last year in 2023, as I decided with my wife to come to spend some time in Rwanda. So this year, as you know, those of you who are following me on YouTube, you know that it's been a year since I'm living in Rwanda. So we came in September 2023, and then now we are in November. I would say that we are 1 year and 2 months in Rwanda. So we live in Kigali. The land itself is located in this area in an area called Gashora. So this is a land full of trees. As you could see, I will show you around soon. So we don't know yet what we are going to do on this land, because we cannot build anything. So because it's an agricultural land, because it has so many trees, I am planning to cut some of the trees, but I have to request for a permit to be able to cut the trees, some of the trees that I want to cut on the land. So after that, we will be planting some fruit trees. For example, we would like to plant avocados, mangoes, oranges, lemon. Those things we would like to start planting them soon, because this is the rainy season. And also I'm going to show you what happened when we decided to make a fence, like a natural fence on that land. As I said, we were trying to build a natural fence with some trees, some plants, and then we also secured it with some kind of woods. Unfortunately, what happened is, when we put them, it was in the dry season. I don't know if people wanted those woods to make, fire for their, to cook. When we came one day, most of the woods were gone. I don't know who took them, but I didn't. I was not very upset because I know that we don't have anybody to watch over the land here, because it's an area very isolated. Also, there are some houses behind there, but we don't. We didn't pay anybody to look over the land, so that's why probably some people just, or children, they came when they, if their parents sent them to look for firewoods, so they can come here and find it available. They don't need to go far. They just grab the one that was secured, that was securing that fence. So I don't know if I'm going to proceed and rebuild that fence the way that we did before. I will probably continue planting those trees, and the trees, when they are growing up, and they will naturally make the fence around the land here. So I'm going to show you what happened now. Yes, oh yes, guys. This is I'm going to show you. This land is about half an acre, half an acre. So what I was doing here, if you see those, like, this is the kind of fence. I have to look for the name of this tree. In Haiti, they call them candelabres. I don't know their real name in English. So this is what I was doing. You see, it's like a fence here, but they were secured by woods. Unfortunately, all the woods were stolen. All the woods that I put here were stolen. This is the kind of tree that I'm telling you about. I'm talking about. So this is the kind of fence that I wanted to. I think I'm going to, if you have any suggestions, let me know, those of you who are watching this video. So I will continue planting them during this rainy season, because this is the rainy season. So then they will grow here and make the fence very nice. And after that, we can trim them if we want to trim them. So this is the area. As you can see, this is a very beautiful and green area. There are many parcels here. So right now, I have to tell you that it's not easy for a foreigner like me to buy land, a big piece of land like this in Rwanda. If you don't have a business, or you have a company, you are investing in agriculture or something like that, you won't be able to buy a piece of land that is about 2,000 something square meters. This one is about 2,000 something square meters, 2,021 square meters, I believe this land is. So if you are planning to move and get a business in Rwanda, and then also as a foreigner, you can be allowed to buy, I think, about 350 square meter of land, unless you are an investor, or you are there to do big business. You can probably buy more, according to what I heard. I haven't read it anywhere, but I think this is the law, because many places I visited, they told me the same thing. But the law was not always like that. It's a new law, because when I bought this land, it was in 2021, that law was not effective. So that's why now it's more difficult for someone to buy a piece of land like this, which is 2,021 square meter. So I am going to leave you there, and then we'll talk maybe another time. I hope to come back and do another video for you when I am cutting some of the trees and then to plant those fruit trees on the... Okay, right now I'm going to close this video and to wrap up. Remember, I don't like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, because I think if you like the contents of this channel, you will subscribe automatically. So keep following us. If you think it's necessary to follow me, to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do it. If you are thinking of coming to Rwanda, you want to meet with me, you want to visit some places, don't forget to contact me through my WhatsApp. I will put it there for you. And also you can also comment and ask me for my WhatsApp. You can also send your WhatsApp to me if you want to get in touch. No problem at all. We are in Rwanda right now, but in the next months I am going to announce you that we will be traveling to West Africa, as we did it this year, actually January 2024. We were in West Africa. We visited Ghana, we visited Togo, we visited Benin. So this year, once again, we will have a group of visitors coming January 6th till January 20th. If you are planning to visit some of the places, let us know, because we organize tours in West Africa. And this coming year, 2025, we would like to have a tour in Rwanda and Kenya. So if you are interested, please send me your email. I will share the information with you. Talk to you next time. Enjoy your stay wherever you are. Take care.